Hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, we've made it to the last video of BOBAMAS. So sad. I know, but honestly, really great BOBAMAS. Very successful. I did the most amount of videos and giveaways ever for all of BOBAMAS's, so yay. Also, hit 2K subscribers, which is like pretty cool, I'd say. So thank you guys so much. And yes, this is the last giveaway, and spoilers, it's a light stick because we are going to be talking about concerts. Light sticks go with concerts, it just makes sense. So concerts. K-pop concerts to be specific. I have been to many K-pop concerts, like at least 20. I thought it could be a fun video to make a list of all the K-pop concerts I've been to and rank them from my least favorite concert I've ever been to and count up to my favorite concert I've ever been to. And this also gives me a way to use fan cam footage that I have taken over the years and I put it into an actual video, finally. But like, I guess let's get a little disclaimer before we start, because I am ranking and comparing groups. I know they can be like really touchy for people, okay? First off, I can't actually say I've loved every concert. We'll talk about it. I will explain why I didn't like certain concerts. And I can tell you right now, my displeasure of a concert has never been about the group. So, okay? There are other factors that play into the concert experience. Also, I will not be talking about any like online concerts. No concerts I saw like in theaters, no concerts I've watched on DVD. Like, these are concerts I have like been to. Also, throughout the video, I'm gonna put on like t-shirts and like hold up light sticks from the concerts of like the groups, whatever I'm talking about, but some like groups I don't have t-shirts of or light sticks of. So for those groups, I'm gonna have a Sailor Moon wand. Arguably cooler than a light stick, I'd say. So without further ado, let us start with the lowest ranked concert on my list. Yeah, my least favorite concert I've been to is Pentagon, which is so sad. But before I talk about why this concert is ranked the lowest, let me just first off say that Pentagon at the time was my favorite boy group. I loved Pentagon so much. And then the Edon thing happened, and that kind of soured me a bit. But I was still really into Pentagon. I still loved them. And they announced this tour, and I was really excited because they had a concert date on my birthday in LA. My mom lives in California. I was like, oh my god, Mom, let's go to this concert together for my birthday. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. Like, it just was perfect. But the first bad thing that happened was it was later announced that Yanan would not be attending the tour, who was my bias. You know, first they took away Edon, and now Yanan is just like not going to be there, and I was bummed. I thought I was finally going to see Yanan, and no. I was like, okay, sure, whatever, okay. The day of the concert, I guess we have to do like a little bit of a backstory myself, and I do have a video I have made on this. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I do have panic disorder, and back in 2019 it was pretty bad. I get panic attacks a lot, especially back in 2019. Going out, especially to like a concert and everything, is really hard and really draining. And so me and my mom, we drove into LA. She wanted to get there early because traffic and everything. Like, I get it. As someone like with panic disorder, that was really difficult for me to be out of the house for so long, and I was afraid of like just getting panic attacks there before the concert, and sure enough, I was just like panicky all day. Then came the concert, and I was still having a very bad day, and I got into a big fight with my mom because she didn't really understand why I was so mad. But it was really because I wasn't mad, I was just having panic attacks, and like I just didn't want to be there because I was having panic attacks. That's really the main reason why this concert is so low. Not necessarily Pentagon's fault. I was just having panic attacks like all day. And then I was at this concert. The concert is completely GA, and I was just standing in the back, and I just remember bawling my eyes out when they sang Beautiful, because I love that song. And I just needed to cry, because when I get panic attacks, I like to cry because it helps. We did do the high touch. That was kind of cool, I guess. That's just so funny that my mom did high touch. Yeah, that is why this is ranked at the bottom, because no Edon, no Yana, my biases aren't there, and I just having really bad panic attacks. It's really unfortunate. Just go on to the next one, okay? It's so hard to talk about the groups that are at the bottom. This one was just kind of really disappointing. I wouldn't let this stop me from trying to see Dreamcatcher again in concert. Like, I don't know how most Dreamcatcher concerts are, but the one that we went to, a lot of talking. Like, I know there's a lot of talking in K-pop concerts. Like, they do their songs, then they talk to the audience, they interact. Yeah, I'm used to it, I'm fine. But this was an insane amount of talking. Like, they would perform one song and then talk for 15 minutes, and then perform one song and then talk for 15 more minutes. This was a very recent concert. Like, I know they have songs. The format of this concert was something I would have expected for maybe like a smaller group, a new group, but Dreamcatcher's toured a lot. They have done many US tours, so that's why I think I was just really surprised by the format. Yeah, they're really funny, they're really cute, but like, I kind of wanted to jam out, because like Dreamcatcher is a group that has music that's so good for a concert. And it's not like this was a showcase or a fan meet or anything. Like, this was a concert. So that's what was just kind of weird. If Dreamcatcher were to come back, I would go see them again. I want them to redeem themselves for me, because I feel like they would have a really fun concert. I don't know what was up with this one. Like I said, I can't compare it to other concerts they've had. Disappointed. That's why it's so low. Ah, yes, the Loossemble tour. I mean, if you know, you know. Was it really a concert? No. Did they perform songs though? Yes. Yes, they did. But it was very much more a showcase than a concert. There's just like no way I can put it that high on the list. And I guess to compare to the Dreamcatcher concert, where I kind of went off about how much talking there was, the Loossemble one, I was more prepared in knowing that there would be talking, because it was more showcase. It wasn't necessarily a concert. Even then, I felt like the flow was better between like the talking and the performing. That's why I still have this ranked above the Dreamcatcher one. I still had a lot of fun. I do talk about this on my Patreon, where I do like a quick recap when I got home from the concert, and I just talk about my experience. So if you're interested, it's $1. Was really close for this. I think I was like 4th row. Great seats. Got to see the girls up close. Got to see my girl go on. Hope they come back and do like a real concert. They did come to DC. We love it when they come to DC. It was technically National Harbor, but like it's the DMV area. But we love it when groups come to the DMV. Yes, I much prefer to not have to travel very far. Oh, back when I was a little agase. This was the second K-pop concert I ever went to, but it was the first time I had like floor tickets. But it's also how I learned that floor tickets kinda suck, which is a big reason why this is ranked so low. Because while yes, I did have floor tickets, I was at the back. I could not see the concert, like at all. So my advice, if you're gonna get floor tickets, you gotta be like next to the stage. And if you can't get those floor tickets, go for the lower bowl, so you're at least like elevated. Like, do not get floor tickets in the back. Like, no, they are the worst tickets, and they are so freaking expensive. I was a bit bummed because I did fly out to California for this, because like I've said, my mom lives in California, so I got to stay with her, and we made a whole like trip out of it. I did not go to the concert with her though. I did go with a friend who lives in California, and it was just like, it was okay. I sometimes forget about this concert, even though it was like one of my first concerts. Unfortunate. I did get to see JYP though. He was in the crowd at this concert. So like, that was kind of cool. I don't have Super M stuff, so I'm just gonna hold up NCT because there are NCT members in Super M. But Super M! Yeah! I forgot about this thing. Just Super M in general. I forgot about the concept of Super M, and the fact that they came to not DC, but to Fairfax, Virginia? Insane. Especially at a time when K-pop groups in general did not come to the DMV. Was a bit panic attacky that day. I do remember that. I remember the start of the show. The lasers kept pointing like right into my eyes, and it was freaking me out, and I was panicking. But besides all of that, I just thought it was so cool to see like Baekhyun and freaking Taemin, like 10. Like, it was just so cool to see these idols because, I mean, I haven't seen Taemin ever. Like, that was the only time I've ever seen Taemin. Same with Baekhyun. So, like, it's cool to say I saw them. I got to see Baby Don't Stop live. Like, it's so freaking cool. We had decent seats. We were lower bowl, straight back. So, like, I remember Baby Don't Stop was, like, right in front of us, which was really cool. All in all, it was a fun concert. Loved that it was in Fairfax. Like, yeah, DC is fine, but, like, can we get it more in, like, Nova?
Let's KCON!
Why, yes, I am including KCON in this video because I have gone to numerous KCONs and they have concerts. This is the only KCON Lightstick I have, and this is technically a K-Contact shirt, but whatever. So I am grouping LA and New York because they were essentially the same concert. They had essentially the same lineup. LA just gets more groups. Not my favorite KCON. In fact, it's my least favorite KCON that I have done. I actually don't even really remember KCON 2019. Like, who was there? I remember seeing Luna. Oh, that was a big reason why I went to the LA one, because Luna went there. So that was cool. Was OT12 Luna? I don't, maybe Hustle was on hiatus at the time. But I remember I got to see, like, Chu, which was pretty big because not many people got to see Chu with Luna. That was kind of cool. I also remember for both New York and LA, there were visa issues. So Everglow wasn't able to make it. OneUs wasn't able to make it. Chungha wasn't able to make it. Bit of a mess. And in general, very boy group heavy. That's just kind of how KCON is. Give me more freaking girl groups. I still had a lot of fun though. I was GA. I always do GA for KCON because it's just really fun. The trick is you don't stand in the front. Like, you'll hear stories about people like lining up for KCON GA. Don't do that. Like, I don't do that. I will stroll up to the convention when I feel like it. I get my little number and then I stroll into line when it's time. And I just sit in the back, or I stand in the back for GA, and I can see perfectly fine. I have a fantastic view. And the trick is for LA, because it's a 360 stage, is you go to the back because everyone's at the front of the stage because they perform both directions. And, like, you just get so close to them. You know, I hear people complain about GA all the time. I have never had a problem with GA. I always just, like, leisurely stroll in, and I have an amazing view, and I have an amazing time. Okay, I can't find my Luna Lightstick, so instead I'm gonna wear my Loose Emble t-shirt and have my Go On pick it. The infamous Luna tour. I did go to this. I was at the DC stop and Jinsol was unfortunately not able to make it, which was sad. A lot of bad things happened in that tour if you aren't aware. It's just kind of bad vibes at the concert. I keep saying, infamous tour. We weren't the first stop on this tour, so there had already been, like, stories of previous concerts along the tour, so, like, the energy just, like, wasn't good. Still had a lot of fun. I mean, it was great to see Luna. I think we were, like, 5th row, maybe? We were very close. Like, I had a blast. I was bopping. I was jamming. I did dress up as Go On for this concert. Oh my god, I'm just remembering that. I dressed up as Shake It, Go On, as a lot of people did. And I did have VIP for this. So I did the high touch and took a picture with them. And I remember when I went to take my picture with them, they were like, oh, Go On! Because I was dressed up as her. But even with all the bad vibes, like I said, still a really fun concert. I will see the other Luna subunits. I saw Loose Emble. I wanted to see Chu, but I got sick. Odd Eye Circle's not coming to DC, so won't be seeing them, I guess. I love my girl, though. Go On, I will travel for you, sure. Oh, there's Shy Guy hair on you. Oh my gosh, the Triple S concert. I was so excited for this because I love Triple S. I have a very long video on the group. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with them. And then to find out that they were doing a tour and coming to frickin' Tyson's, like, that's insane. And I got front row tickets. Like, oh my god, yes. Seriously, so much fun. I had so many interactions with them. Like, oh my god, to see Soyeon. I do have a video talking about the concert on my Patreon where I talked about the concert, like, right when I got home. So if you want to see a lot of fan cams and get, like, my most recent memories of the concert, like, that's the place to go. But overall, I'll say I had a blast. It is a shame that it wasn't all the Triple S girls, because if you don't know, this was Triple S Levolution that went to the US. Evolution went to Australia and New Zealand. Triple S is a very complicated group. I highly recommend watching my like 2-hour video if you want to try to understand Triple S a bit better. So I did have like the VIP perks for the concert. I got a signed poster from them. I got to do the high touch. Soyeon even recognized me. Oh my gosh. I was giddy. Some parts about the concert were kind of weird. It was a very low budget concert. They didn't have outfit changes. They didn't even have like a VCR. Like they didn't have the like intro footage and music playing beforehand. The very unfortunate thing about our stop, Sohyun was sick. She had gotten sick at the stop before, and she was still recovering. Because of that, we did kind of miss out on some opportunities, it seems. And some other stops, the girls were like taking phones and taking pictures. We didn't have that, which is such a bummer because I was front row. I was right there. They could have grabbed my phone, but they weren't doing it. Even for the high touch part, at some of the other stops, fans got to like really like sit and like talk, or they weren't sitting, they were standing and talking to the girls. We did not get that, but we were able to record the high touch, which is surreal. It is something that Mod House themselves are like, yeah, let the fans do it, and they let the fans do it, which is crazy because if you don't know, most of the times during high touches, they're like really strict about the phones, and they will hunt you down if they think you are recording it. Cool experience. Really hope Triple S comes back. Please come to Tyson's again. I will go to every Triple S concert if they come to Tyson's. Oh my gosh, was this my first ever K-pop concert? It might have been. I traveled up to Newark for it. We had nosebleed. Back when I was really poor and didn't try to get like front row tickets for concerts. I think I even bought my friend's ticket because I really wanted to go to this, and she didn't have the money, and I was like, we're just gonna get the nosebleeds. We're gonna have a fun time. And we did. It was a really fun concert. It's the only K-pop concert I think I've done nosebleeds for. Oh. But it was seriously so much fun. I'm glad I got to see BTS. I have not seen them since. At the time of this concert, BTS was like my ult. They were my group, because that was back when I was still like an army. Oh, young K-pop me. Like, what more can I say? BTS have great concerts. Like, even back then, like, it was like a small concert compared to like what they do now. That was like a Prudential Center. They would never do that small of a venue these days. So I'm like happy I got to see them there. Would I see BTS again? Oh, I don't know. They would have to come to DC, but even when they were gonna come to DC, I wasn't gonna go to it. With some of these groups, it's like I saw them and I'm fine with like that being my memory of seeing the group. I don't necessarily want to try again and spend all the money, because K-pop concerts are cheap. Like, as cool as it would be to see BTS again, I'm not gonna go through the hassle of it. But if you haven't seen BTS, I'd recommend it. Really fun concert. I'm sure the concerts have only gotten more fun. Really good first K-pop concert, even if it was the nosebleed. Scratch that, bring it back. I like still can't believe we got an NCT Dream tour in the US. There was a period where we didn't even know Dream was gonna be like a thing. Because remember that whole graduation system? 127 got a lot of priority over Dream. As someone who's a big like Dream fan, I never expected this to come, but they finally got their time. I went to this by myself. It is the only concert I've gone to by myself. I traveled up to Newark and everything. I took the train. No one wanted to go with me. God damn it. I was gonna see them because they are my favorite boy group, and I didn't care. I wanted to see them. I got GA for it, and I went by myself and I had a great time. Really, what brings this concert down on the list is I did like a day trip for this. Like, I woke up real early, took the train up, went to the concert, stood in the pit, and then the next morning took the train back, you know, at like 5 a.m. And I literally could not walk the next day. I was so stinking sore. I also remember they took forever to get us in the concert because they only have like one entrance for GA. The concert like started before we got in, which is kind of insane. And the concert even started late because they were waiting for us to get in. So we were like running in. Even then, like, I had a great spot for the pit. I can't stress this enough. Like, with GA, you do not need to line up and stuff. You can get good spots in GA and not be the very, very front. And I'm just someone who doesn't like the very, very front for GA. I don't like to have people behind me. They were right there. I didn't really have a lot of like interactions necessarily with them, but I didn't feel comfortable trying to get interactions with them when I'm by myself. I don't know. Like when I'm with friends, I'm not as embarrassed. Sounds weird. You think like by myself, I'd be more like willing to like wave and stuff. I was like more shy about it. It was so, so great to like see them live. I got to hear like my favorite songs by them. It was a great set list, great concert. I would do it again, but they should come to me. They should come to DC, please. I still can't believe TXT came to DC. Do that more. More groups to DC, please. So this was the second US tour, concert tour that TXT did. I did go to the other one. Spoiler, it's going to be later on this list. This one had bigger venues, and we somehow got like 5th row tickets for this. Center-ish as well. So they were like right there, which was pretty freaking cool. Amazing set list. I got to see some of my favorite TXT songs, like No Rules and Drama. Yeah, fun concert. Very fun concert. We did have VIP for this, which had sound check. Like I said, this wasn't my favorite TXT concert. The other one was better, which I will explain why that one was better when I get to it. It was great. You should go see TXT if you ever get a chance, because they're great. I love them.
Fancy.
Actually feeling kind of embarrassed now that I don't have a Twice Lightstick. Okay, this concert was kind of hard to rank. It's a great concert. Like, let me just say, JYP groups know how to put on concerts. So this was Twice Lights in Newark, so I did have to commute to it, but I got like a nice little weekend in New York out of it, which was really fun. I got to meet up with some friends, which was also really fun. It's like one of my favorite things about concerts is seeing my friends that I only talk to online. This is like our way of like actually seeing each other in person. Seat wise, I was on like the lower bowl, not too far away from the stage. Honestly, really good seats. Like it was just like a really fun concert. Also Twice performed Strawberry, which is my favorite Twice song, and I was a happy camper. Even if it was very sexy and it wasn't cute. I thought it was gonna be a cute song. No. Not a cute song apparently. And since this concert was in 2019, this was during the Mina hiatus, which was really sad. So she's the only Twice member I've not seen, because I haven't seen Twice outside of, yeah, I've only seen them at this concert. That was a bit of a bummer, but I do remember in one of the songs, everyone changing their light sticks to her color, which was really cool. It's just like a great concert. Like I highly recommend seeing Twice live. If they ever like came to DC, I'd probably see them again, but I like don't really want to spend money on traveling. I have to like pick and choose what groups I travel for, and since I've already seen Twice, I don't really want to like go through the financial like drain of seeing them again, so they should come to me instead. But if you haven't seen Twice, highly recommend seeing them. Even if they're not like your favorite group, big groups, like they're just fun to see live.
Let's KCON!
Yeah, KCON again. This one had a pretty great lineup, at least for me. I remember WJSN was there, Stacy was there, Kepler, NCT freaking Dream was there. That was the main reason why I went. It was NCT Dream and WJSN, because, you know, going to LA, not cheap. Every KCON I have gone with one of my friends from college, and we just like ball out. We get our GA. We have a fun time. He doesn't even like know most of the groups, but we have a lot of fun. And I had a lot of fun at this one. I did High Touch for WJSN. Glad I got to see them. Like, I just have fond memories of this KCON. I remember we made friends with someone in the audience, and we saw him like both nights, and it was just like a great time. Hotel wise, we stayed at a hostel, and it was honestly fantastic. And it was so cheap, and like it was just great. And one of our roommates was really funny because she was a really big and hyping stan. I would do it again, but KCON is very, very expensive. This was also the first time they didn't have KCON New York. Can we bring back KCON New York? Or like better yet, can we get like a KCON DC? Oh my gosh, I'm looking at the lineup. Like this was just like so insane. Like NMIXX was there, ITZY was there, and Hypen was there, ATEEZ was there, Luna was there. Like, what a great lineup. I still just can't believe NCT Dream was there. Like, I was so excited. Because if you also don't know, for a while, there was a big, like, SM boycott with Mnet. So SM groups weren't doing KCON. And I just figured there would never be another SM group at KCON. And then here was freaking NCT Dream. It was OT5 Dream, which, like, I was fine with. I was okay with that. I was gonna see freaking Jaemin. It was so cool. Very fond memories of this KCON. Okay, this concert has like a really special place in my heart. It is the concert where I first met a lot of my online friends. My seats for this concert, we were like on like the first row on the balcony. I had to go with my brother and my sister-in-law, so I couldn't try to get like great seats because they weren't gonna want to pay for great seats. And I remember I was like immediately in on Ticketmaster, so I could have gotten like second row tickets, but I had to be like thoughtful of the people I was going with. So really fun concert. So happy I got to see Red Velvet. They need to freaking come back. I swear to God, I want to see Red Velvet again in concert. Like, I know I say a lot of times in this video of like, oh, I saw them, I don't really want to like try to see them again. Like, I spent the money on it, that was it. But no, Red Velvet's one of my ults. I will go see them again. I want to see them again. So the tour that we had was the Red Mare concert, which it is my least favorite of all the Red Velvet concerts. I would like to see them again with like a better set list. One highlight I do remember about this concert was during the rookie performance, Silky's extensions fell out. It was hilarious because all the members, especially Irene, could not hold it together. They were dying laughing because she just like pulled out her extensions and just throws them on the floor. Oh my gosh. It was amazing. Every time I hear Rookie, I think about that. Oh gosh, it was such a fun concert. I really want to see Red Velvet again. If you know me, you know that I am not like a big Blackpink fan, but the story behind why I ended up at a Blackpink concert is because I was in New York for another concert. And it's like, well, I'm already here and the Blackpink concert's the next day. Like, I should go. Because I would never travel on my own and spend all that money to see Blackpink. But, like, since I was already there. And, like, I thought it'd be fun. I thought it could be a fun thing just to experience a Blackpink concert. And I'm really happy I went. It is honestly really fun. I mean, I knew it would be pretty fun because I've seen the Blackpink Coachella sets. I have seen other YG concert DVDs and they've been really fun. So I had, like, a good feeling the Blackpink concert would be fun. And it really was. Something Blackpink and just YG in general, what they do that a lot of other groups don't do is they have a live band. You get really fun arrangements of the songs. They had like all these like pyrotechnics and like lasers and fire, and it was like a real concert. My biggest complaint is the pricing. I was like in the lower bowl. Not actually, was I the lower bowl? Was I like second? We were pretty far back. And those tickets cost like almost $400. They probably were $400 after fees and stuff, which is insane because there are other concerts on this list. I paid that same price and was like third row with VIP perks. The concert was insanely overpriced. I think the people in like the GA pit paid like $1,000. My other complaint about the concert is they did kind of speed run it. If you've been to a K-pop concert, you know the general flow. There's a lot of talking, a lot of yapping, a lot of like interacting with the fans in the crowd. Blackpink did not do that. They said hi, and then they sang their songs again, and then they got off. They left. I just remember the concert started late, and it still ended like before 10 p.m. or something. It was insanely fast. I know there's a whole meme of how they don't have that many songs, but like, especially for the price I was paying, like, but all that said, it was still really fun. Like, this is way higher on my list than I would have ever expected to put a Blackpink concert. So like I said, I'm not a big fan of their music, but I still had a really fun time. Like, the songs were still really hype and really fun to see live, even if they're not songs I necessarily like play on my radio. You know what I mean. So, like Twice, I would highly recommend seeing Blackpink if you ever got the chance. I just personally don't think I'd ever do it again, especially like, I'm not going to spend that type of money again. Like, I saw them, it was really cool, I have that memory now. I don't need to spend the money. No.
Do whatever we want and mix.
Mix concert, let's go, Bitway. Okay, I am incredibly fine. I love this light stick. Stop it. Okay, I'm incredibly biased with this placement. There's definitely a recency bias as well with how high this is, but like, I'm in my Enser era. I've been saying that all 2023, but like I'm in my Enser era. So I had just gotten into NMIXX when they announced this tour. I was like NMIXX curious when Dice happened because I love Big Wave. And then NMIXX dropped like an amazing EP at the beginning of 2023 and I'm like, okay, I'm an Enser. I'm ready. I'm in my Enser era. Let's go. And then they dropped a tour announcement like right after. I'm like, I'm in. Saw DC was on the list. I was not going to miss it. And yes, it was technically like a showcase. Does it say it on the shirt? No. It was like a showcase, which ITZY had done back in like 2019, which I didn't go to even though it was in DC, but I was a bit of an ITZY hater. I wasn't a MIDZY yet, and I regret it to this day that I didn't go. So I was not going to miss the NMIXX one. So I went. I had like 4th row seats, which were great. I remember Lily and Haewon were in front of us like the whole concert, which was awesome. They are so freaking funny. We had sound check for it, which was also really fun. I mean, they're just like so great. They are amazing live singers. It is just a great concert. The performances were good, and it wasn't really a showcase. It wasn't really a concert. You know, the Lucemble thing, that was a showcase. NMIXX performed like every song that they have, except for like Funky Glitter Christmas. Unless they did that sound check for us. I don't think they did it at our stop, but they did do it at other stops. But they did covers. They did TT. They did the Hey Mama stage, which was phenomenal. It was just such a good concert, and I'm happy I got to see them. It was a very small venue, very like intimate, so it wasn't like all flashy and everything, but it was just a great concert, and I would go again easily for like a real concert with like backup dancers and stuff. If you ever get the chance, you should see NMIXX because their live vocals are so great, their performances are great, they're very funny, and their songs are built for performances. Oh Live is so freaking good. Everyone's shouting hook and Dice Live, oh my gosh, when they do the NMIXX change up Big Wave, the crowd goes wild. I mean, I'm screaming my head off at Big Wave. I'm telling you, you gotta see NMIXX live. Please let there be an NMIXX tour in 2024, please, and come to DC again. That was so convenient. Yeah, I like may have seen ITZY 2 times during this tour. They went to Boston and New York. Little old me was like, let's go to both because they're like right there, and it was a lot of fun. This was also the concert I went to that was at the same time the Blackpink concert was, so I went to see ITZY and Blackpink was like the next day, so that's why I saw Blackpink. These 2 concerts were the same price. In Blackpink I had meh seats. ITZY I was like 5th row VIP, got to do like sound check and everything, and got to like wave to them, and I had a blast. God, ITZY is just like so much fun to see live, and I in like a heartbeat would go to see them again, even though like I've seen them multiple times now. I've seen them at KCON, I've seen them twice during the Checkmate tour. Like ITZY are just fantastic performers. They do really fun arrangements of their songs. I can't wait for them to get bigger venues though. That is like the biggest critique, is it was like a small kind of theater venue, so they're very like limited to what they can do, especially when you see what like the Seoul concert looked like, and they have like all these dancers and effect, like it's just so fun. I hope to see them like on a stage like that. Everyone should go to an ITZY concert. Go see them live. It is so much freaking fun. Like even if you don't necessarily like their music is like meant for performances. It is made for concerts. I remember like Mafia Rock version. Oh, it just hits so hard live. They do like fun dance breaks, like the arrangements that they do at the concert, like that's what you gotta see them. They're so great. I love them. Their fan interactions are so freaking good too. I got interactions with pretty much like every member. Like they were just awesome. I don't regret seeing it twice. Like I spent a lot of money on it, and I'm a very happy camper. I had a blast, and I got cool socks as a VIP perk. Another really surprising one, actually insanely surprising, of how high I have ranked this concert. If you have followed my channel, specifically like anti-haul videos I have talked about Mamamoo. They are not a group I really listen to. I don't own a single Mamamoo album. Well, actually that's not true anymore because I did buy one at the concert because it was signed. The story of how I ended up at a Mamamoo concert was they came to Baltimore, which going to Baltimore is kind of gross. Like you talk to anyone in the DMV area and you talk about going to Baltimore, everyone goes like, ugh. It wasn't a concert I would have just like casually gone to. But that week there were 2 other K-pop concerts I went to. My friends were in town, and we just kind of went like, why not? Let's go to Baltimore and see Mamamoo, why don't we? The thing about this concert, you could get tickets for dirt cheap. There are tickets being sold for like $20 on StubHub. So that's what we did. We waited till like a few days before and we bought tickets. I was able to get second row tickets for like less than $50 or something like that. Like insane tickets. We were off to the side, but I love the side seating because you get a lot of artist interaction because they'll come out to the sides and like wave to you. This concert, wow. Absolutely wow. It's no secret that Mamamoo are amazing singers. Like everyone knows this. But it is totally different live. Every single song they're singing live and they're dancing. They dance to every single song, which is so crazy. A lot of K-pop groups don't dance to every song. They usually have some songs that are like fan service songs where they just kind of stand in place and they like wave to the crowd and be cute. Mamamoo like really didn't do that. They were doing dances to every single song, singing live, sounding amazing. Like it was so good. The arrangements were good because they had fun arrangements. I'm so glad I went because I can't imagine we're gonna get another Mamamoo tour. I don't know. This was like their first tour in the US, I think, and it was seriously so much fun. So yeah, I have ranked it this high because it was insanely so good. I even bought a signed album while I was there. I bought 2 signed albums. I think I bought Solar's and I bought Leon. I remember I was like in love with Leon at the end of that concert. She just like stole my heart. If you ever do get a chance to see Mamamoo live, if they ever come back, you should do it.
Let's K-Con!
Okay, this one might be high because of nostalgia. I won't lie, but it was my very first K-Con. The lineup was insane. This was back in 2018. Where I was like a bit of a newbie when it came to like multi-standing. So I was learning new groups and developing alts. I remember they were dropping teasers for this K-Con and just seeing like the groups that are being announced. Like I was really hyped. And then they announced Pentagon. And at the time, Pentagon was my favorite group. And I was like, oh my freaking God, I have to go. And then, didn't stop there, they announced Red Velvet, which was my other alt. And I was like, oh my freaking God. And they announced EXID, who was my other alt. Like, it was like all of my alts at the time. Golden Child was there, who was like my favorite rookie group of the year. Stray Kids was there. I was freaking out about this lineup. With this K-Con, I initially wanted to go with my friend. And she could only go for 1 night, and she wanted nosebleeds. And I remember, like, after, like, Red Velvet and Pentagon were announced, I was like, I don't want to do nosebleeds. I want to be, like, in the front. And I pretty much told her, like, yeah, no, let's not go together. And then I reached out to my other friend, who I go to K-Con with every year. And he just likes anime. He doesn't even listen to K-pop. I'm like, hey, want to drive up to New York and be in the pit for K-Con? And he was like, sure. Oh, Promise was there. That was when I like got introduced to Promise. And I remember the whole time we kept being like Promise's hype men because like Promise was very Nugu and people would get like Promise high touches and just like give them away. And we were just like, what's all this like Promise hate? It was the same with Haze. We couldn't like understand why people were so like about them. So at the concert, we were just like cheering our heads off. That was like the beginning of my Promise love because they were amazing. Oh my gosh, that's right. English Bad Boy happened. I remember I didn't even pick up on it until like the second time they did the oh. So we're gonna click through these. 1 second. There we go. I remember I was like singing along. And I was like, why aren't they singing with me? And then I realized it was in English. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. God, it was just like, it was just so good. It was such a good concert. Oh my gosh. I remember we did Club K-Con as well that year. Pentagon was at it, which was why I did it. And they like went out onto the side of the crowd at one point and I got like a selfie with Hui. I mean, I didn't get the selfie. It was like someone else's like phone, but I'm in it. So someone has a picture with Hui and I'm in it. But I did get to see Edon, which like, yay. I did get to see him before he was kicked out of Pentagon. Unfortunately, no Yanan though, so I've never been able to see Yanan. I would like to go to K-Con again someday, but we'll see. This lanyard's so friggin' big. Like, wait. Comparison is so cute. Oh, I also have a flag from this one. How cool is this? Yes, my second favorite concert I have ever been to. I literally flew to Chicago for this. Originally, me and my friends were trying to get tickets to the New York one, and womp womp, zero luck. I have never struck out so badly with getting K-pop tickets. Like, I can usually get something. We had 3 people. We could not get a single ticket. It was devastating because if you don't know, this tour like infamously had really small venues. So it was really hard to get tickets. So New York was a wash, but because of how the tickets were going on sale, we could try again for Chicago. Pretty much just like, you guys want to go to Chicago? So we got in line for the Chicago tickets, and one of my friends somehow got in immediately and was able to get, what was it, 3rd row tickets? Aisle seats as well. Fun fact about this concert, TXT at one point go into the crowd and high five people. So like, I did get to high five Subin. Pretty freaking cool. Like, I know a lot of people were really upset about the small venues, but as someone who got to go to the concert, the small venues was kind of amazing because it made the concert just like so intimate and fun. And like I said, the high touch thing was insane. The sound check was so freaking good. Had like so many interactions with them. Like, oh my god, I was so giddy. It just holds a very special place in my heart. I do remember getting a panic attack at this concert though, because the smoke like machine kept getting in our face. That was freaking me out. And then they performed Magic Island and I cried and everything was fine. Like, how did they know that Magic Island is like one of my comfort songs? That was so kind of them. Yeah, great concert. I am just like so freaking thrilled I got to experience that concert. Like, I'm forever grateful. I know a lot of people wanted to go to this concert and they couldn't do it because of the small venue, and I'm just so happy that I was able to do it. And I got to go to Chicago, and I love Chicago. It was just like, yay, and we like made a trip out of it with me and my friends. It's just, it has like a very special like place in my heart, that concert, even if they didn't perform my favorite songs, but they made up for it by performing them at the other concert, so it's okay. That's right. Oh my gosh, you could have seen this coming, and if you didn't see this coming, you must be new to the channel. Hi. In case you didn't know what the oh my in Oh My Boba was for, where it came from, yeah. I have contemplated just making a video talking about this concert because of how much I love this concert. I need to sneeze. Seriously, just like one of the best nights of my life. Yeah, if you don't know, Oh My Girl is my favorite group. And at the time that this tour was announced, I had just gotten really into them. And this tour announcement came out of the blue. To have a tour from a not very popular group back in 2019 is actually insane. I mean, there's a lot of about that tour. It wasn't one of the like greatest produced tours. They didn't even have like a New York stop, which is pretty insane. And the stop I went to was in Indigo, California. Right, Indigo. That is what it is. It Indigo? Is that really what it's called? It was in the freaking desert. I did go with my mom, and it was her first K-pop concert, and she had a freaking blast. My mom to this day still sings Windy Day. She loves that song, which is a bass take from Oh My Mom. And we were front row. I saw my alt group front row. I can't believe to this day that I got those tickets because I didn't buy them like off someone. I got front row tickets for this because the site they used sucked. It wasn't Ticketmaster or anything like that. It was just like the casino site. The site had crashed when tickets went on sale, but like I didn't let it get to me. I was staying in there and I was somehow able to get front row tickets. It was like front row, middle, off to the side, which that's my strategy is you never go for the middle because everyone goes for the middle. You go for the side. That's a little secret. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I could just make this a video, but you know, the TLDR, many interactions with the girls. 4 of the girls did take my phone and took selfies on it. Since I was at the California stop, we got the longer concert because for some reason the other stops had like an hour concert. Ours was an hour and a half. So we got One Step, Two Step, which is my favorite Oh My Girl song. The other stops didn't get that song, but we got it. I won a signed, at the time, Binny, but a signed Yubin Polaroid. This Yubin. Like, I didn't get to pick who I got. The girls just pulled a name, like, out of a hat. It came to Yubin, and she said my freaking name, and I screamed. I didn't know I was in this. I didn't put my name in anything. I think all the VIP people just had their name in it. So I, like, didn't know. I remember I was sad because I was like, oh my god, I forgot to, like, put my name in the drawing for this. And she said it. To this day, I still have that signed Polaroid of Yubin. It is like one of my prized possessions. I'm never getting rid of that thing. God, throughout the concert in general, I had so many moments with Yubin. I have so much footage of her like waving at me. And yeah, since I was VIP, I do have a signed poster by all the members, which is so cool. And I did get to do high touch as well as a group photo. The best VIP perks I've ever had. So I have a photo of just me with Oh My Girl. Like, it's not like me and strangers in Oh My Girl. It is me in the middle. We did a pose. It is on my Patreon. It is like the cover photo. It's kind of blurry, but whatever. You get the idea. And I was even standing next to Yubin. Like, I can't imagine this concert will ever be beat. Yeah, there are some concerts that are probably objectively like better concerts, whatever. This concert, like, it just being my alt group, front row, all the interactions with them, like, that is like every K-pop band's dream concert, and I got to live it. Very good chance Oh My Girl will never do another US tour. They'll probably never come back. I am glad I got to see them when they came. It was just so surreal. Like, I can't believe that happened. I was recently going through the footage of it, and I was like crying because of just how happy I was at that concert. I love the group so much. So they are my favorite concert ever, and I don't see that ever changing, but who knows? I think it's going to be really hard to beat because, as I've kind of said, sometimes the smaller, more intimate concerts are better because you just get more interactions with the group. At the same time, some of the big shebangy concerts like Blackpink, those are also really fun. They just don't have as much like sentimental. It doesn't hit you here, you know? That Oh My Girl concert, like I said, I cry thinking about that concert. I don't do that with any of the other concerts I went to. So yeah, that is my list of concerts and my ranking of my least favorite all the way to my favorite. I would love to know, like, your favorite concerts. What concerts have you gone to that I didn't talk about because I never went to them? I just love K-pop concerts. Even groups that I don't necessarily, like, stan. It's something I've learned in going to K-Con is, like, it's a great way for me to, like, figure out what groups I want to go to concerts for. Like, ATEEZ. Never been to an ATEEZ concert, or Stray Kids. But I have loved them every time they've been at K-Con. But they just don't come to DC. Only recently has DC become a spot for K-pop concerts, which thank God. But yeah, I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely time of day wherever, whenever you are. It is 3:20 a.m. Remember to get a light stick. Not one of my light sticks. No, I'll buy you a new light stick. You're not taking my babies. No. Remember, in the description. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy 2023. Excited for 2024. Woo! Yeah. Mwah. Bye-bye. Congratulations to
Burner Dogamas 7600, Kun Love, and Pixadustgen 3662
for winning last video's giveaway. Woo! I will be reaching out to you shortly, so please look for my message and respond to it. To everyone else, giveaways are still going on. Happy BOBAMAS! Woo!